Belittling somebody is not something that people do on purpose sometimes. And sometimes a lot of young men feel hurt. Sometimes they feel emasculated by the person that they care about the most, belittling them and tearing them down and talking bad about them or something like that. And a lot of young men don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle when somebody is actually talking down to you, especially somebody that you care about, somebody that you love, somebody that you feel this great, strong passion for, but yet that person that you care so much about is making you feel small, making you feel tiny, making you feel like, you know what did I do wrong? Was it something I said? And part of you wants to fix it, but part of you feels like, you know what? If I say something, it's gonna start an argument. If I don't say nothing, maybe it'll go away like a rug. Maybe I can just slide it under the carpet. And so many young men out there have no idea what to do when a woman belittles them. And that's what we are going to discuss today is, what do you do when somebody you really care about starts to mistreat you, mishandle you, and do you wrong? Do you let it slide under the carpet? Do you let it go? What do? Do we just let bygones be bygones, or let somebody do what they want to do to us? How do you handle that? And we're going to talk about that today, because the first thing I want to say to all you guys out here, it's not your fault. You're not the problem. And what's going to be crazy is she might not be the problem. The problem is that we've got to look at and take a moment to look at realities, to understand why it is someone I care about, someone I really cut for. You know, we just met, everything's going good, we have a good date, and then something happens to trigger the woman to a point where she gets mad at you, she gets angry with you, and she starts mistreating you. What do we do in those circumstances? What does a man do? What does he say? How does he say it? And why? You see, gentlemen, to understand that, you have to understand realities. The woman that you're talking to right now, in her reality right now, is that that's what she's used to. She's used to yelling, screaming, and actually being disrespectful. She's used to getting her way, or when she's upset or she's mad, she's used to lashing out at people, because in her mind, in her world, that is the only way that she can explain and express herself the right way. And I think for many guys out there, they don't understand that it's not your fault. And for most people, they feel like it's their fault because they feel like they've done something wrong. And let me tell you something, you've done nothing wrong. It's not your fault. It can never be your fault when someone's mad and angry at you. And I think the problem is that we're so busy trying to justify their anger, but we never take a moment to justify who we are as men. And if we can justify it, we can win. Right now, she just doesn't understand you. And what you have to learn when you're dealing in realities, you have to understand that that's all she knows and that's all she's used to. All she's used to is talking down to people, making people feel small to make her feel better about herself. And This is why, as one thought, one mind, one way, we have to learn how to carry a standard. And this comes from someone that really has more of a understanding of understanding yourself, meaning that there has to be a line drawn where she ends and you begin, to a point where she knows that she can't talk to you any old kind of way. And it is okay to stand up for yourself. It is okay to say that, you know what, you can't do that. But how do you handle it without causing drama? By letting her know from the beginning that you have a standard. And as long as you have a standard for yourself, you're not going to worry about the tension. You're going to be able to just stand up for yourself and say, don't treat me that way. You can't talk to me that way. I am not allowing you are not allowed to say things like that to me, because that's not who I am. I always believe, guys, treat women the way you want to be treated. But I think the problem is that we're too busy worrying about certain things and certain aspects. We're trying to make everything right. We're trying to make the relationship right. And what I'm saying to you is that you don't have to make the relationship right. You've got to make the relationship right with yourself and not allow her to feel like she can talk to you any old kind of way. She can belittle you and say whatever she wants to say to you just because she's mad, bitter, and angry. That's not what we do in the game. The game is not built that way. So the next time she tries to tear you down, the next time she tries to talk bad to you, don't get upset by it. Don't feel small. It's just that her reality, all she knows is that I can talk to whoever I want to any old kind of way, and they have to listen, and I have to walk over them. You are allowed to love yourself, and you're allowed to stand up for yourself, and you're allowed to say, don't talk to me that way. But you have to be able to stand on things when a woman is being disrespectful like that. It is very important for you as a man to stand on your principles and things like that. The more you can stand on your principle and the more that you can honor yourself, the better your relationships are going to be. So the next time she belittles you, the next time she talks down to you, just take a step back and realize, first off, it's not your fault. But secondly, that, you know, sometimes women just get upset for crazy reasons, but that doesn't mean she's allowed to use you as a punching bag. Okay, guys? It's gonna be okay. You just gotta realize at the end of the day, you have to be okay with yourself.